Sanna Tupamäki.
And Sanne Partanen.
Faster than we can. So here are our contents. First, Sanne and Sanna are going to talk about our background, objectives, challenges and stuff. Then we're going to have this our concept idea, and then Sanne is going to talk about benchmarking of similar cases, projects, and then last we'll show you the case.
Okay, so we wanted to work around the theme of loneliness among the elderly, since it's quite a serious issue. And then we also know that technology might not be the best solution for this, since sometimes the elderly might not really be eager to use technology. So from our point of view, we want to make it as easy as possible.
So the main objective of our project is that we want to reduce loneliness by connecting people with similar interests. So the target is to offer and find activities to the user based on their interests, location and previously attended activities. And the secondary objects are to encourage elders to meet other people, go outside, and to prevent loneliness and depression. So through these objectives, our concept hopes to prolong the time elders can stay in their own homes and be self-sufficient.
So, as we said, our target group are the elderly, and we were thinking the best would be around the age of retirement, since many might have a crisis or such there. So it would be a good point to push our project there. Also, the population is aging, and by 2030, 1/4 of the population would be over the age of 65. And loneliness is the big issue here, so we had some research that said around 5% are lonely all the time. We want to lower that. So who would benefit from this? Of course the users, but if the users benefit, then of course the society would benefit, and the healthcare system is maybe not so many unnecessary visits, and unhappy also, thank you, would be to the healthcare centers. And our service or product is such thing that charity organizations could advertise their events and gets more people to volunteer. Now, we contacted some stakeholders or interest groups for their opinions and advice, and they were interested and they did give us some advice. But also they were saying that previous attempts haven't been so successful, since they're designed by engineers, and they seem to forget that these people who might never have used computers don't really work the same way, maybe. So then, yeah, we want to come from this side of really to have it as easy as possible.
So here are some of the challenges that we have thought of. Privacy and security is always a challenge, because when there's old people using it that haven't previously used internet, so that's to consider. And finding the right user base and creating a right collaboration network are kind of the same, because through a collaboration network we could get a right user base. But in Finland that is quite difficult, because all the unions and associations that you saw in the previous slide are quite scattered. So you'd have to contact a lot of people. And there's always the accessibility. So we have to make it easy enough for people with low technological skills and people with disabilities.
So, our solution for this is an application downloadable from product site or Google Play or App Store. Well, it's
Okay. Well, as you can see, we need some more information about the technical part. So that's what we're hoping to get more.
Get from
Help.
this project and
Yep.
all of you. You need to help us.
Yeah. So. But this is what we have been thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a downloadable application, maybe internet-based.
Yeah, hopefully also usable by tablet or smartphone. If some elderly or just retired people own them, we can use them.
Yep. And we were thinking we could link a map service, so you could actually find the events easier.
Then it could give you a straight route there, so you wouldn't have to think about that.
yeah, functionality and feasibility, as mentioned. We plan that we have a website where they can get help and support or good customer service. And then in the application would be an extension or expansion for volunteers, relatives, and possible other age groups. And we would, for people with disabilities like bad vision, it could be voice operated, as there was a video, so on the internet. And then a possibility to have a high contrast. Yeah. Plus language support.
And so benchmarking is where you compare your own idea with some of the similar ideas that already exist. So we have Facebook, which is basically where you connect with friends. So you already have them, so that's not the point here. And senior dating sites, which are for finding love or companions, so that's kind of different too. And older people tend to prefer traditional sources of information, but they're not so specific and they don't help you so much, so that's where our project comes in. And so there's some similar AAL projects that have the same goals. So all of these have had the goal of reducing loneliness and fear of isolation among elderly. So we could just get some pointers from these to help furthering our project. And then there is, have any of you heard about meetup.com? No, that's a good thing. Because it's kind of a similar thing. It's a website that you use and you just put your location in there, and it's lots of groups that are in your area and you can just go there. And there's some for seniors also, but it's founded in USA and it's in about 196 countries, and it has 15.92 members. So that's something that we could use for a base of our solution.
Or just make it easier.
Yeah.
Because you have to know how to use the internet to go to the website.
And it's only a site, so we would just make an app also. Yep.
Yeah. How it would look like.
And how it would work
Yeah.
when it's ready.
So we have our fictional user, Martta Haapalainen from Helsinki, Finland. 67 years old and single, has been on retirement for 5 years, and has been active, but the activities have been reduced. And she found about this service through her friend, who heard about it from her son, and the friend was a bit uncertain whether to use the service because she had no friends who had used it. So Marta asked her if she would use the service if someone else did that with her, and decided together to test it. So she downloaded the application to her tablet, and on her website there was a tutorial videos how to install it quickly, and the first screen that she has, she opened the application, is this. So, welcome screen with options to go to a profiling questionnaire or skip it. And Marta decided to take the profiling questionnaire. Like this. And she entered her name, date of birth, location, and a few interests. His health, food and drink, weekly, and hit submit. And it looked like this. After that, and she decided to check out senior swim meet, and like this, and decided to join it. Clicked join. Showed up as attending. After that, she went back to the main site like this.
So now she actually has the senior swim meets
In her calendar.
Yeah, in
Yes.
her own activities. So yeah, this way it's easy to find new activities, meet some people, and from the questionnaire that you choose your interests from, then we can suggest
Activities that would fit for you.
yeah, and also the ones that you have attended would also be
Acknowledged.
making to make the suggestions more.
And this would also maybe send a notification for you. Like in the morning, you have swim meet today, go there. So everybody remembers.
And a couple of months later, it looked like this.
So she has much more things going on.
And
More active.
yes. When she then she decided to. She heard about a new activity. She decided to look for it in the program and click search. Typed in and found it. So
Yeah, okay, so she wanted to try bungee jumping.
That she heard from the knitting club.
Yeah.
Somebody from her knitting club was attending bungee jumping. So she wanted to go in. So she just goes there and puts the name bungee jumping and searches for it. And when she finds the activity, she can look for attending list. So she can see if some of her friends are also attending.
And what she finds out is that this handsome Pekka from
Swim meet is also there.
yep. So then, of course, she's going to go bungee jumping now. So yes. Okay, maybe the example was a bit over the top, but really,
You get the point. So thank you. And any questions or ideas?